Well, alrighty. So Disney's upcoming live action Snow White to be coming out next month, 21st of March. The trailer seemed to have hit another milestone on YouTube, as it were. Let me just show you guys where the trailer is at right now. It's at 1.1 million dislikes, right? I think it hit about 1 million dislikes in December or thereabouts when it hit that milestone that no other trailer has ever hit. And I think it's the most disliked anything on YouTube, as it were, whether it be maybe movie or any other kind of content, as it were. So we all kind of like suspected that, yes, it was definitely going to be, dead on arrival. However, the mainstream media or the access media, they're trying to spin things around. They're trying to make some comparisons because we now have that the box office projections are out and they are trying to cope, right, with the situation, as it were, right now, because, according to Deadline, they said Snow White hits long lead tracking. Long lead tracking, they're telling us. Will live action take of Disney's classic Whistle a Happy Tune box office forecast, right? Okay, so let's, just jump right into this. Now, I'm going to tell you guys off the jump, it is not going to be singing a happy tune, right? Yeah, I don't think we need a genius to tell us that it is definitely not going to sing a happy tune. But let's see what Anthony D'Alexandro has to say about the whole situation right here. But before we dive right in, please do consider smashing the like button on this particular video. Now, I know some of you like the way that I come with, some of those strong, active type of videos and so on and so forth. Those videos, they really take a long time to make. So, in the interest of, consistency, I'm going to be making my videos a little bit less like that. But every now and again, I will make content in that particular format where, it's more energy and it's just fast paced, this, that, and the other, and a lot of effect and a lot of, videos and stuff like that. Sometimes those videos that I put in there, those B-rolls, they actually cost me because sometimes I get copyright claims and so on and so forth, and I actually don't get anything for those particular videos. So it's energy consuming. So for now, in the interest of consistency, this is how I'm going to be making it. So hopefully you guys appreciate this, but also I will try to be making more connections with you guys and, have more yans because it is Sire Talks after all. So this is the way it's going to go moving forward. But every now and again, I'll be making those videos, on the side with more energy, I suppose. So let's dive right into this right now. And I'm going to share my opinion as we go along. Feel free to share your opinions in that comment section below. Without further ado, here we go. So Disney's long-awaited live-action reboot of its 1997 animated classic Snow White doesn't open until March 21st. However, box office forecasts are out on Rachel Zegler's Gal Gadot's starring movie. So essentially, this is what we have. Quorum reports a 3-day start for the Mark Webb directed movie of 63 to 70 million, while other sources believe 65 million at this point in time is fair. So a lot of them are saying it's fair. I don't think it's fair. I think that's, it's too much. It's beyond fair. They shouldn't be making that much, in my opinion. But anyway, as a comp, the 2014, so as a compensation, like a comparison or whatever, the 2014 Angelina Jolie Sleeping Beauty live action spinoff opened to 69.4 million back in early summer of 2014. Now, for those of you who don't know, if you're adjusting for inflation, for those of you who aren't thinking about that, if you're really adjusting for inflation, that's $69.4 million back then would be worth $90 million or $91 million today, right? So essentially, it's way, way behind. And to actually put other things in perspective, which this particular article does not really want to talk about, is the fact that Maleficent, right, the spin-off of the Sleeping Beauty from 2014, they actually invested, $180 million into that. With this particular movie that we're talking about, they've already invested, according to Forbes, $269 million on this one. And to top it off, we're not talking about marketing. And most times when Disney actually markets, a major movie such as this, they do spend between $80 to $150 million. So let's be generous and say they spent $80 million. So you're looking at $320 million on this particular movie. In order for them to recoup their money back, it needs to make $640 million. Do you reckon it's going to make that? Even the hype behind, The Little Mermaid did not even get it up to that amount, because The Little Mermaid make 540 million worldwide, 540 million in total, both domestic and worldwide. So that wasn't even half as hated, not even a quarter as hated as this particular movie, because this particular movie, I don't think there's anybody out there that actually likes it. Not the woke mob themselves. There's nobody that I've seen that actually says, yes, Snow White, they like it, except for the Shields, right? There's no one out there. And why would they like it? First things first, you actually race swap the person. You change the meaning of Snow White, why they named her Snow White. It's because her skin is as white as snow. It's not because of the purity of her heart or whatever, right? It's not because of that at all. So you change that. Then you get a person with a mouth on her, right? Who just says the most annoying things, who hates the original, right? And bashes the original on a consistent basis, calls the prince weird, right? That the prince is a stalker, says that she went on a ride for the thing, hated it, never went back and revisited the ride, right? And then to top it off, just about 2 months ago, when after Trump supporters, they started saying F them all because Trump won an election, right? And so on and so forth. So there's that. And then there's also the fact that instead of you actually using real dwarfs, you decided to listen to one person. You didn't poll. You didn't go and poll people who are, they call little people today, who are suffering from dwarfism, right? You didn't poll them and ask them, what do you guys think? Do you guys think if we made a live action animation of, Snow White using real dwarfs, would that be offensive to you today? Right? You didn't even decide to ask them. No. You guys just had a meeting within your own whatever and said, no, Peter Dinklage says this. Peter Dinklage is dwarf god. And so you decided to CGI it, and the monstrosity that you put out there, right? Very annoying. So there's the CGI issue. There's the Rachel Zegler issue. There's the fact that they've wokeified the story issue. There's the fact that the prince is not going to save the woman issue. So the messaging issue. So issues after issues after issues. And like my boy Big Tyrone said, the wages of wokeness is brokenness. And so that's where we're at with this, right? This movie is already dead on arrival, and I think that they're overestimating it. And I wouldn't be surprised if Disney decides to cook the books just to make this movie look good, because they've done it before. We know that they've done it before with a movie like, Captain Marvel, where they said that he made over $1 billion. But a lot of people out there, a lot of people were posting where they went and saw this movie, and there were empty seats in the theaters. So here we go again. Disney might try to do this to just mask up their failures or whatever, but they're not really emphasizing or trying to market this thing as much. So maybe they already know that this movie is going to be a failure, and let's just not, we can't abandon it. We can't, abandon it like other movies that have been abandoned in the past, because they've been well invested into this movie. So they're just going to have to do it and maybe write it off in tax or however that works out. But in any case, you guys, that's where we stand. You get woke, you go broke, Disney. I don't trust that they want to change at all. I just trust that they need to find a way to make money. So maybe they're making some adjustment just to wheel some people back in. But then again, they'll still go back to where they were before, because, a leopard never changes its spots. But these are my thoughts regarding this. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. I want to thank you guys for checking out this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. Ding that bell for notification. And I'll catch you guys again real soon. Take care. Peace and Sayas out. Bye-bye.